Hello and welcome to Foxy Roxy Reviews. Today we'll be covering the post-Feminising the Face roundup video. I hope you really enjoyed the Feminising the Face series. I had a lot of fun, well, obviously with Ree, kind of putting that all together and fitting it all into one. The products were bought a little while ago and kind of prepping up for the video. So we did find that going through it, there was a few things which are no longer sold or no longer easily accessible via kind of Superdrug or via a high street store. So for one of the things we wanted to do was to really go through and show you some alternatives that you can use as a replacement for them, very much within a similar price point, and a couple of issues I think got highlighted in the video as well. In part 3 of the video, there's a couple of things just we wanted to cover on there. I mean, some of the ones we did find that the foundation, especially the tinted moisturiser, I think that's what really caused it, was a little bit darker than my skin tone, especially one of my criticisms of something like the cheaper end of the tinted moisturisers and the foundations is the more limited colour range. So I do advise you can go through, there are other brands that do really cheap foundation, which you can kind of look into. On the aspect of moisturisers, obviously we'll use a sample here, but this one has got one that I really rate. We're going to do a separate video on this series of kind of cleansing and moisturising products, but this is here the Simple Rich Moisturiser. I got this for a really screaming deal of £5 for 3 down at Tesco's. I know Superdrug have got an offer at the moment, but even at regular retail price it's just £4, so very affordable there. And the other thing I was going to mention as an honourable mention as a tinted moisturiser, I've got it on my iPad here. I have used this product before. Let's see how that glows. You can somewhat see it, is the Natural Collection, yeah, tinted moisturiser, and that's £1.99, so an absolute bargain. I do like that one as well. As a coverage, I would say the Nivea's a little bit better, but for the price point, especially if you're on a budget to kind of get a whole makeup bag together. On part 5, the eyes, there was one product that no longer easily accessible. I think it was the Too True one is the one we used, and it was a white pencil, and you can get it, but it seems to be more online only to get this brand, which is a shame. I like the Too True brand. It was good for price and for value. But I've got here one of my other favourite brands is the MUA Intense Colour Eyeliner in White Snow White. There we go. Got to show it up on the iPad there. That just said it fix on there. A bit of glare on the screen there. There we go. But then that's a good alternative there, and of course it's just £1, so very, very cheap, so that's a great replacement. Okay, just a little addition to the part 5. We do want to do in the future doing a proper eyebrow video. We did have a problem with my pencil simply because it was old. We do want to be coming back to that in the future. Like before, in part 6, the contouring video, unfortunately that bronzer is no longer sold. Very similar situation to the white pencil. So what I've got here is a collection of bronze glow matte terracotta shade. It is important you go for a matte for the bronzer. You can see again, trying to show it. I'm trying to avoid the glare that we had before. There we go. But so that is only £2.99 as well, so really cheap. In part 7, some of the stuff was sourced through Pride, or so it's like before, like the brand is no longer easily accessible. So we just got some new alternatives for that as well. If you just bear with me a moment, just going to put it up for you. Okay, so the first one is the just a lip moisturiser. You can get them really cheap just off the counter at Tesco's, but just for the sake of argument, we have put one in here. And a Superdrug Blue Lip Balm Stick, and it's 66p, so really cheap. Though it is really important you do moisturise your lips before you apply any makeup. It just really hydrates them and helps the makeup to last longer. Very much like the face, so I can't overstate them enough. Even if it's a cheap one, it's well worth getting. So here we got here, just so you know what it looks like, and it literally is just 66p. And unfortunately, I couldn't no longer source this one from Superdrug. So again, we used Collection again here. Collection Colour Pout Lip Stain in the colour Flirt. And here we go, just so you know what it looks like. And then finally, I've got the Makeup Resolution Amazing Lip Gloss Raspberry, because obviously I think I sourced that from somewhere. I think it was a freebie many moons ago. But here we go, and that's £1 as well. So there we go. Other than that, that currently covers everything. Just to let you know, for the Flirt, that was £4.99 for a stain. It is useful to have, especially if you've got a cheaper end of the lipsticks that don't last as long. Having a stain does help increase that way. If you have any kind of ideas or any makeup tutorials you're particularly looking for that we can look into, please do let us know. Any kind of responses, obviously we did try to keep all our tutorial videos as cheap as possible, because quite a lot of the tutorials you did find on the internet regarding kind of makeup, they'll use higher end brands that obviously, you know, there's nothing wrong with higher end brands, but it was definitely pushing up the price there. So we try to go for as reasonable as possible for everything that we did. If you do have any ideas or any suggestions for future makeup topics, tutorials, anything, do let us know. And as always, please subscribe.